Hey guys, this is Jared Pelly with NST Sports Performance, and we're going to go over one of my favorite exercises, glute ham raise. Alright, this was actually developed for Olympic sprinters to improve upon speed development. Obviously all athletes need to improve upon speed, so that's why we love it. It develops what's called the posterior chain, and to be more specific, the lower posterior chain. So you're looking at your glutes, your hamstring. This is more of a, you're going to get your hips really involved, so your glutes, your hamstring, and your calves. All right. With this exercise, I think it's probably the best hamstring exercise you can do. Some athletes are incapable of doing it because of strength deficiencies, but you can definitely improve upon your ability, and we'll show you some of those things today. So the first thing, we're going to have Blake come over. You got to make sure that the glute ham is set up correctly. So when he goes to get in the glute ham, I want to make sure that one, it's tight, it's safe. All right, we've already done that. When he gets in, he wants his feet square. We want to make sure that knee can actually sink in. So if he goes to extend, goes completely straight, his knee is roughly right here with that pad. So his knee would be in this area. A lot of people think it's necessary to put their knee on the pad, and they hate this exercise because it puts so much stress specifically on that knee joint. So it's very important to get it set up to where it fits you specifically. All athletes are different sizes, different lengths. So you got to make sure when you get in that you've set up to where that knee is right there with the pad. Okay? His feet are in. He's got his feet square. He goes to extend his body out straight. All right? He crosses his arms like a mummy. His head is neutral to the spine. Okay? So when he starts the motion, he's coming up, he's sinking his knees in, he's locking his hips forward, he's going to come up, roughly right there, he's going to tuck his chin just a little more, alright, he's good, he's contracting the calf, the hamstrings, he's got his hips locked in line, he goes down, 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 alright, under control, so let's come up for a 1 count, he comes up, 1, he keeps his hips in, okay, then we're going to go down for a 3 count, 1, 2, 3, and he's pushing with his toes, that's helping him tremendously. He's coming up, keeping the hips locked in, pushing with his toes. Okay, you can relax, Blake. Alright, so notice how he kept his hips locked in line. You'll see a lot of times the athletes will try to push their butt back, honestly destroying the whole point of the movement. We really want to get that upper hamstring and that hip and that core area strong. And we see a lot of times athletes try to cheat the movement by pushing their hip back because they're incapable of doing so. So let's cheat it, Blake, to where you kind of push your butt back. Alright, and this is something that a lot of our high school athletes do because they were taught incorrectly and they thought they were doing it correctly. And when we teach them to do it the right way, they kind of freak out on how difficult it actually is. So he gets in it, he extends out. I want you to cheat and pull your butt back like a lot of our athletes want to do. Alright, and that's a lot easier, very unsafe. And as well, we don't want to cheat that. So if our athletes do a few more like that, you're going to see this with your athletes. Alright? You're going to come back like so. Go back down, sink your butt back, and come back. Now how can we help him? We can assist him. So come down, go up. So he goes down and when he goes up, if you can't get it, I can help him and give him a little bit of assistance. And I want to keep it square. I don't really want to be on one side. I could have a tendency to assist one side, creating compensation and muscular imbalance issues. So he goes down. Really want to help both sides. He goes up. When he goes up, I'm pushing his shoulders to help him. All right. You don't need much help because he's a beast. But in this case, that'll help him tremendously. So that's the glute ham raise. The best exercise, in my opinion, to develop the hamstrings. Best posterior chain exercise for the lower half of the body. Because you're going to see a lot of times with athletes, their front half strong, they got strong quads, but they got very weak hamstrings, which in turn, that's a big reason why you pull your hamstrings because of muscular imbalances. So if you have hamstring pulls a lot, it might be because you're very strong in your quadricep, very weak in your hamstring or posterior chain area. Science has proven you want a 2-to-1 ratio. Sometimes you can even be 3-to-1 if you're a freak. You want to be 2 times stronger on the back side than you are the front side. And unfortunately, a lot of times it's the opposite. So when we sprint, instead of our hamstring having the strength to pull us through, a lot of times what happens is we sprint, the quadricep takes over a little more than it should, and our hamstring locks up on us. So, when we sprint, a lot of times when your foot strikes, you do have a little bit of a pulling motion, and if you're incapable or don't have the strength to utilize it, what's going to happen is you're going to get a pulled hamstring because it's so weak. So that's the glute ham raise, and thanks for watching.